letter sender for today is Mr. I Feel Bullied. Hey there Ninja! Welcome back to my channel. This is Rhea once again, and you are watching the third episode of Dear Ninja. If you are new here and you want to watch more real stories and call center tips, please join the Call Center Ninja community by clicking the red subscribe button down below. If you have already subscribed, then thank you so much. Our letter sender for today is Mr. I Feel Bullied. And here is his story. Hi, Call Center Ninja. You know what? Nasa product training process ako ngayon before ako ma-endorse sa prod. So he's already in the product training before he gets endorsed to the production floor. I'm just going to translate it in English just in case there are also viewers watching who cannot understand Tagalog. Then he said, sobrang nahihirapan ako kasi wala akong confidence sa sarili. He is having a hard time because he doesn't have that confidence in himself. Especially if the trainer is having a lecture and then his name gets called to read the lessons or to answer some questions. He said that nauutal ako and feeling ko nabubuli ako kasi pinagtatawanan ako ng mga ka-wave ko. So this is the highlight of the story. He mentioned that he always feels like he is stammering or stuttering, and he feels that he is being bullied or he gets bullied because his wave mates would always laugh at him every time he speaks because, as I've mentioned, he stammers or he stutters. And then he said, nasa point ako ng career ko na gusto ko na mag-give up. He is ready at this point in his career where he wants to give up. And also, wala akong friends sa class kasi nga ang gagaling nila. Madalas ako ma-OP, di ko na alam ang gagawin ko kung anong actions ang dapat kong gawin. Can you please help me? Thank you and God bless. I'm sorry to say this, wala kasi akong mapagsabihan. P.S. Fan po ako ng mga vlogs and videos niyo. I learned a lot. Thank you so much for your letter. So, actually, I have a similar video about Mr. Introvert, someone who did not have friends back in his classroom training. It was the second episode for Mr. Introvert. But for this letter sender, I want to focus on the part that he feels like he's being bullied because his wave mates would always laugh at him when he answers the questions from his trainers because he would always stammer or stutter. And he feels so left out because of that. It's actually such a big deal for me because of the word bullied and bullying, and it is something that a lot of people talk about these days, but sometimes it's also taken out of context. And what I mean by that is some people would say that we are just laughing at you, there's nothing wrong with that, but you feel bullied. So I feel that you don't have control of what other people are feeling. So if they feel bullied, then you should just respect that person's feelings. And instead of laughing at that person, why not help him reach his potential? Or why not help him with the communication skills that he needs, or maybe product knowledge or whatever he needs in the classroom. My tip or my advice for Mr. I Feel Bullied is that, number one, this is something that is a very hard pill to swallow, but you have to do because you're in this kind of environment where you yourself do not really have control of the people. So instead of minding other people and focusing on what they will think or say about you and about your personality or your skills, why not just focus on your own skills and nurture your knowledge, whatever skills you have and talents you have, whatever you can provide or contribute for the company or maybe inside your classroom. Don't mind the people who laugh at you and who think that you don't know what you're doing or you suck in class. You don't have to worry about what they think, because what's important is your own progress and your own learning. So when you work on yourself first, you never really have to think about what other people are saying, because you yourself know that you're doing your best, and even though you're not perfect and you make mistakes, you still know in your heart that you are doing your best and you are doing this job for yourself and not for your batchmates, right? You're doing this job for your family or for whoever you want to support in your life. And I know that it's not easy, especially when you feel scared of going to work because you might think that your batchmates will laugh at you again. But you really have to be strong, and you have to have that belief in yourself and think that life is just like that. And if you keep on minding other people, then it will really hinder you from growing in the company, or it will really hinder you from developing or improving yourself. And another thing is that I also enlisted the help of one of my closest friends from the call center industry. He was my co-trainer previously when I still worked in the call center, and I shared with him this topic, and I was very happy that he was able to provide me with some insights. Sometimes it's really nice to hear from other people, and I was really glad that he was able to give some pieces of advice as well for Mr. I Feel Bullied. He mentioned that whatever walk of life you are in when you joined the call center, whether you have been a manager, a trainer, supervisor, QA, you are a graduate, you have a degree, you are an honor student, or whoever you are, everybody is equal inside the training room, right? When you get to the call center industry, well, it's not really necessarily back to zero, because yes, you might have an advantage if you have a call center experience. But even though you have call center experience, everyone in the classroom is considered equal. So no one is high above or up there. No one is superior. No one is inferior. So if you feel like you're being bullied, just think that you are all treading the same path, which is to pass the classroom training, to pass nesting, and to be a regular call center agent. And my friend also mentioned that you are all learning the same thing at the same time. And yes, sure, some of your batchmates may learn it faster. What you need to do is to learn at your own pace and focus on your own pace instead of comparing your own learning with the rest of the class, because you have different paces. You have other people might have a different learning experience from what you have. My friend mentioned that they are probably laughing at you because it's just like a way of masking or hiding their own difficulties with a topic or with whatever you are discussing. When sometimes your batchmates would laugh at you, but in reality, they also probably don't know what the answers are. They also probably don't know what to do in case they were the ones called by the trainer or asked by the trainers. It just so happened that you're the first one to be called, and the rest of your batchmates were not called. So what they could just do on their seats was to laugh at you because they had nothing to do. So I hope that you don't feel too bad about it. I know that you feel bad because it's normal, but don't let it stop you and hinder you from achieving your goals in the call center industry. So that's about it for our letter sender for today. Thank you so much for sending over your letter. I really appreciate it. If you feel that your story needs to be featured and to be shared with other people, with our viewers and subscribers, please email me hello@callcenterninja.com. Use the subject line Dear Ninja, or message me on Facebook, my Facebook page, and I'll be glad to share it with our viewers or readers. So as usual, if you like this content, please like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and remember, I have videos every Wednesdays and Fridays. So see you again next time. Until